Other
Oh,
than that,
shit.
do I sound okay? Yeah. Yeah, I just got all my tabs
No,
um all set. So tabs
no.
um all set. So
Oh, let me go turn the TV off real quick. Hold on.
do 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 do. Hello everyone out there in YouTube land.
Sorry about that, everyone. It's how the sausage
That's
is
all good.
made.
Uh I sounded a little muffled on the YouTube.
Do you? You sound okay to me.
Check check audio check 1 2.
Hey,
Audio check.
you might be a little muffled, but I think that might be Zoom.
Okay.
But you sound
Well, if
fine.
it's not a big deal, we can roll with it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm good to go if you are. I'll go ahead and put up our intro thing there.
Yep, I'm all set.
And let me get my notes up here, and we're ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Greetings, programs. We're back for another episode of the Nerd Cave Retro Show. My name is Jason Robbins.
And my name is Derek Diamond.
And Halloween is steadily bearing down on us. And I've been playing some spooky games, and I am ready to talk about the game I played this week.
Yeah, I was reading some info about it earlier today, and it sounds really interesting and sounds a little on the unique side too. So I'm excited to hear your thoughts on it.
But hey, you've been playing anything fun this week? I know you had what you're playing next week got suggested by our good friend Nick on our Discord, and I was wondering if you had a chance to start playing it yet.
I haven't yet. I plan to stop by our local retro gaming shop, hopefully tomorrow, to see if they have a copy of it. The game I'm going to review next week is Grab by the Ghoulies, which is an original Xbox game and was made by Rare.
Ooh.
So and I think that's why Nick suggested it, because he knows I'm a huge fan of Rare.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to play it, though. I have never played it. I can count, there's maybe 2 Rare games for the Xbox that I have played, and this will be 3. So.
Yeah, I remember the box art for this, but I never played it either. Is this the sequel to Zombies Ate My Neighbors?
I am not sure,
I
honestly.
think it might be because it kind of shares that same vibe.
Let's see.
And I know
We'll go
Zombies Ate
ahead
My
and.
Neighbors had a sequel, but I wasn't sure if this was it.
No, the sequel to Zombies Ate My Neighbors, I think it was called Ghoul Patrol.
Oh
Yeah, because I
yeah.
reviewed it, if
Oh
not
yeah.
last year, the year before.
That's right. Chuck in the
Yeah,
chat room
so
says he's playing Surrounded. That sounds unique.
I love the play on words though.
Yeah, I
That's
dig it.
that's pretty cool.
But I haven't really
Oh,
gotten a chance to watch any horror movies or anything last week. But we have been doing, of course, another rewatch of Buffy. So we started from the beginning and watching through that again. So that counts.
yeah, it fits in with the season. So,
Yeah.
I don't think I've watched anything on the spooky side over like the last week or so. I've honestly just been working so much that I haven't had time to really do much of anything. We've still got a couple of weeks left of football that I'm working on Friday nights. I had to work a good chunk of Saturday, and then yesterday I just kind of vegged out on the couch.
Yeah.
I was just, and even today, it's like I have a hard time keeping my eyes open the past few days because I've been so tired.
I know how you feel. It's the busy time of the year for both of us at our day jobs. So out there, if you spread the word around about the show, if we could get to the point where we could quit our jobs and just do this, we would do as many episodes a week as you wanted. I mean, we would just do it every day if we could make a living off of it.
We'll hit 500 by the end of October.
Yeah, I'm for it. But anything else? We got a good bit of news to get to tonight. Anything you want to talk about before we do that?
No, I don't think so.
All right, well, let's jump into the news, shall we? And some of this week's stories were provided to us by Armez Jackson. And if you have a news story you'd like us to cover, send them to nerdcaveretro@gmail.com. And the first story comes from NintendoLife.com. Nintendo expands Switch Online's SNES library with 3 more titles. The latest batch of Switch Online Super Nintendo games have dropped for October. 3 games have been added. Let's see. Bubsy is back. We also have Fatal Fury Special and Mario and Wario. I've never played Mario and Wario. Did you?
I remember reading about this years ago, and it was a Japan exclusive, and I wanted to play it because I mean, obviously, I love Mario games, and Wario is a cool character. Good on Nintendo for releasing this finally. Like I will actually take time to play it. Like it's a Super Nintendo game, so it'll be right up my alley. It says here Wario has dropped a bucket on poor Mario's head and now he can't see, so it's up to you to lead Mario safely to Luigi. Use the Forest Fairy's magic wand to create platforms, change the direction Mario walks, and defeat enemies. I mean, it sounds interesting.
Yeah.
So,
It sounds all right. I mean, I would try it. And of course, I reviewed Bubsy a while back and was not a fan of
the
the Bubsy.
iconic Bubsy.
And Fatal Fury Special, I have never played any of the Fatal Fury games. I don't know about you.
No, I haven't either. I wish they had just, even if it was one, if they had released some kind of spooky or even spoopy
Yeah.
themed game to tie into Halloween.
Yeah, like why didn't they do like the one I reviewed last year, like a Porky's Holiday Adventure or whatever it was called, or Haunted Holiday? That was a
Yeah,
really fun game to play for Halloween. Like you would think they would put more Halloween themed games on for October.
it makes too much sense to do that. So, of course, they're not going to. But yeah, I haven't played any of the Fatal Fury games, so I'd be interested to check out Fatal Fury Special. And yeah, I'll definitely check out Mario and Wario. It was actually made by Game Freak, which also made the Pokemon games.
Oh, nice.
So we'll see. It says here you'll have to use your Joy-Con 2 to play this game or a USB mouse on the Switch.
Hmm. All right.
Hmm.
So did the original
Hmm.
game use the mouse
Yeah,
for
the mouse.
the
Yeah,
Mario
the
Paint
Mario
mouse?
Paint. Yeah.
Hmm. I didn't know that. I thought that was the only game that ever used it.
They had to try and get a little bit more of their money's worth
Yeah.
for making the mouse attachment. But yeah, I'll definitely check it out here in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
Next up, also from NintendoLife.com, Switch 2 reportedly sold 2.4 million units in first 3 months on the U.S. market. See, according to Cirsana's Matt Piscatella, Nintendo's new hybrid device sold 2.4 million units over its first 3 months on the market from June to August, placing the system 5% ahead of the PS4's previous record-setting pace, which shifted 2.2 million units within the same time frame. Piscatella also further notes how these sales were able to offset double-digit percentage declines across the PS5, Xbox Series X/S, and Switch. It doesn't stop there either, with the Switch 2's unit sales trending ahead of time-aligned sales of Nintendo's original hybrid unit. It's interesting because, yeah, those are obviously good numbers, but I haven't really heard anything about the
Me
Switch 2.
neither.
Like
Nope.
even on social media,
Mm-mm.
on like any websites I look at, I just don't really see the Switch 2 around like I did the original.
Yeah, I was gonna say the exact same thing. I don't hear anybody talking about the Switch 2 ever.
Like I really want to get one because I really want to play Donkey Kong. There's other games that are going to come out for it that I know I want to play. I'm just not I'm just not in a rush. And
Yeah.
I hate to say it. Oh, Chuck, Nintendo got hacked if they paid the ransom yet.
Did they?
No, I haven't heard from them. They haven't given me the ransom money
Yeah.
yet. So
To be honest, I still play my original Switch. I'm in no hurry to get a Switch 2.
yeah, same.
Next story is from TimeExtension.com. The Sega Master System is getting a free sci-fi themed ice climber like platformer later this month. Let's see. Another new Sega Master System game is on the way from the talented homebrew developer at Bad Computer Zero, the creator of modern Master System games like Frontier Force and Blast Arena. Astro Climber, as the new game is called, is designed to be a simple arcade platformer. It is comprised of 32 stages and has players climbing a tower filled with all sorts of dangerous enemies and tricky platforms, conveyor belts, falling floors, etc., which gradually make the game harder the further along you get. To help you climb to higher platforms, you are equipped with a grappling hook that you pull yourself up to out-of-reach places, while oxygen pickups are also available, which look to be tied into the scoring mechanics, how you obtain extra lives, and your survival. And it looks pretty good to me. I mean, if I had a Sega Master System, I would probably pick up a copy of this.
Yeah, this definitely has old school ice climber vibes to it, but obviously
Yeah.
with a space type theme. It looks fun. You know, I actually enjoyed the old Ice Climbers game. I funny enough, I wasn't introduced to it until they were introduced in Super Smash Brothers. But I guess that's part of the reason why they put those old characters in there.
It definitely has a
Um,
Sega Master System look to it because the colors always seem brighter to me on the Master System as opposed to the regular NES. Like, I don't know how the Master System got those bright colors like that.
and even too when you look at the GIF that's attached to the article, you'll see the scores on the side, and they have that kind of gradient look to them, and that was a Sega staple
Yeah.
back in the day.
It looks cool. I would play this right now if I had a way to.
Yeah, I wonder if there's going to be any other way for this to be available.
I
It
would
says
think they
here,
would put
oh,
this on like Switch or the Steam or something.
it says here, as at Bad Computer Zero went on to tell me, the game will be released very soon, with the current aim being to launch it for free digitally on itch
Oh,
on October 20th.
wow.
I've never heard of itch.
That's that itch.i or itch.io thing that
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it says on October 20th to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Sega Mark III release in Japan.
I love the way they were called like the Mark II, the Mark III. It's like Iron Man.
I know. The latest Tony Stark special.
I never had any of the Master Systems or the Sega Genesis when I was a kid. I would love to like pick up a Master System one of these days.
Yeah, I would too. I had the Genesis, but didn't really have it. Well, and I had the Dreamcast too, but those were the only Sega systems that I had. I couldn't do the old Megas. I called it the Sega Megazord because you had the 32X, you had the Sega CD that all kind of combined together. Made me
And
think of the old Zords from Power Rangers.
it became the Sega toilet is what it became after it was all
Basi-
stacked together.
Basically, that was about the only thing that it couldn't do.
Yeah.
Let's see. Also from TimeExtension.com, unboxing Retro Bits RC Pro Am 2 and Battletoads and Double Dragon re-releases, which of course are rare classics. Rare, not as in it's uncommon, but Rare the company.
Yeah.
Let's see. A while back,
Excuse
the
me.
folks over at Retrobit announced that they were re-releasing not one but two rare classics from yesteryear: 1992's RC Pro-Am and 93's Battletoads and Double Dragon. Both were published by Tradewest back in the day and came at a time when UK developer Rare was seen as one of the most capable Nintendo-focused studios in the world. Let's see. And there's a bunch of photos, and there's also a video, I believe. No, it's just photos. Retrobit was kind enough to send us some samples to check out. RC Pro M2 comes with a sheet of shiny stickers and a stand for the cartridge and will run on both NTSC and PAL NES systems. Battletoads and Double Dragons, on the other hand, features a metallic green cartridge. Both come in sturdy gatefold boxes and are strictly limited in terms of print run.
How much is this RC Pro Am 2? Because I would love to get a copy of this.
That I mean they look really cool. I even like the stickers that RC Pro Am comes with. They're made with kind of that glossy like kind of shine that you saw back in the day
Yeah.
with a lot of the design.
Well, I clicked on RC Pro Am in the article, but it only took me to the RC Pro Am time extension page for RC Pro Am 2.
Let's go to Retrobit
Yeah.
and see what we can find.
I'm just curious to see how much it will cost.
Let's see. Go to Retrobit. Oh, they have a River City Ball and Brawl bundle.
Ooh.
See, no, those are controllers. More controllers. I'm just going to search for it. This is high quality podcast,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
You could be doing this at home as well, everyone.
Yeah, it's like almost like a watch along. RC Pro Am 2 Collector's Edition. Oh, this is for an old version.
Maybe they
Says
haven't.
all orders delivered June 2024.
Oh, maybe they don't have a release date yet.
Maybe so. We'll keep looking,
Yeah.
and then we'll update if anything comes along.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it, everybody. And this next one's exciting as well. This is also from TimeExtension.com. The Vectrex Mini is the next micro console you need to own. Let's see. Vectrex offered gamers in the 80s. Vectrex offered gamers something different than the Atari 2600 and Intellivision. It came with its own built-in screen, capable of producing vector graphics like those seen in arcade titles like Asteroids. It wasn't a commercial success, but retained its appeal with retro collectors over the decades, so much so that now it's getting a chance at a micro console fame. New company, founded by Flynn's Generation and Neo Retro, has picked up the rights to the system and is launching a Vectrex Mini. They even showed off the prototypes at Gamescom 2025. It has wireless controllers, which look rather on the small side, and it uses an AMOLED panel. AMOLED? I mean, I know it's an OLED. But what does that mean?
Maybe.
To simulate the look of a monochrome CRT monitor. They confirmed it will feature HDMI out as well as a micro SD card slot that will allow you to load up more games, including the many homebrew ones that have appeared over the years. Let me look at the official site here just to see how much one of these will run. It's got the Kickstarter campaign on there. It doesn't have... Let me just look at the Kickstarter then and see how much it costs to purchase one on a Kickstarter. The Vectrex Mini. Wow, 4,109 followers. Let's see. Is it over? No, it says launching soon. It hasn't launched yet, so I'm going to notify me on this launch, so we'll keep you guys informed when this launches. But I always wanted to get a Vectrex just because I thought they were so cool looking.
You know what's funny is I was going to make the joke that Vectrex sounds like it should be the name of the next Tron villain.
Yeah.
And then it says here there's a new company founded by Flynn's Generation, and you get that if you're a Tron fan. Jeff Bridges' character is named Kevin Flynn.
Yeah.
But yeah, this looks really cool. I'm very curious to see like how much it'll run. But yeah, this would be a cool thing to have. You know, it's look wise, I think it's very accurate.
Yeah.
To like the most retro of retro games. So
And
this is cool.
And they did the smart thing with the mini console, and they gave you a way to load other games on it than what is already built in on the system itself. Nintendo, Sega.
Wah, wah,
Wah, wah.
wah.
That would have been the easiest thing in the world to do, was just give people. They could have made the mini consoles, and I said this a million times. Why didn't they make the Nintendo Mini, the Super Nintendo Mini, the Genesis Mini, and have it be able to be just put a retro Pi in it and have it be able to be hooked up to the internet so you could download ROMs to it from a Nintendo store? Why are they not thinking of these things? I would have paid 99 cents per game or something, sort of like an Apple iTunes kind of deal with retro games. Who wouldn't have done that?
Nintendo.
Oh, they just. Where's my check, Nintendo? Just hire me. Hire me and Derek, and we will figure this stuff out for you.
Yeah, that's a whole separate podcast we could do on that conversation.
Somebody at Nintendo and let them know that we're for hire, and we'll fix all their problems overnight. Yeah. We could do it in a weekend.
We do have a price.
Yeah, we got a price. Just, just lock us in the Nintendo offices with all the head honchos with some pizza and some Mountain Dew, and we'll get all these problems sorted out fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt. Let's see. Our last story comes to us from NintendoLife.com. Nintendo updates animated short film Close to You with some familiar faces. Nintendo has dropped an updated version on Nintendo Today of a short film that was released the previous day. This is an update from October 8th, which was last Wednesday, of yesterday's short film Close to You with a few significant differences of the plant-like kind. Yep, as many suspected, Close to You is related to Pikmin, and today's version of the video features tons of them. There's also a lot more music to accompany the short, too. So no Magic Dummy, no Mario movie promo, it's all Pikmin. Is this a new game, an animated series? We still have no idea, but hey, it's good to see the little plants. And there's several photos or screen grabs from the short that you can watch. I'll have to check this out because I remember the Nintendo Today app, that we talked about a while back, and I think I subscribed to it, but I guess I just have the notifications turned off because I haven't seen anything about it. So
see, I figured you would find this interesting. That's why I put this in the made sure that this one went in the news, because I know you love Pikmin, and I never played it, so I don't know too much about them, but I know you like it, and I would be interested to see what you thought. Are they coming out with a new game? Is this sort of like a backdoor way of saying, hey, we got some more Pikmin stuff coming out?
I would love that. I think the Pikmin franchise, when it started, was a nice breath of fresh air for Nintendo because they needed a new franchise.
Yeah.
I wish they've done a little more with it. I mean, there's 4 games, and I think there was a 3DS game as well.
Yeah.
But if this gets Pikmin back out in the limelight, I'm all for it. And just the thumbnail from the short, it kind of gives me Toy Story vibes.
Yeah, it does. That's exactly what made me think of when I saw it.
Yeah, so I'll definitely watch this after the show. Yeah, and I guess I'll need to turn my notifications on for Nintendo Today because this is actually kind of cool.
Yeah. But yeah, that'll bring
Nick
us
in the chat. Pikmin is awesome. Yeah, the first 2 games especially were very good.
I need to pick up a copy for the GameCube because I never played it. Now, and from what you said, it sounded interesting, so I'd love to play it.
Yeah, I'd be curious to get your thoughts on it, especially the first one. The second one's really good too. I'm a little partial to the original, but they're both worth playing.
Yeah. Well, that's going to bring us to the end of the news. We don't have any video game history this month because we're running a little late. But before we go into the review for tonight, Derek, do you want to do our shout-outs?
I reckon. As always, we like to shout out our awesome patrons over at patreon.com/nerdcaveretro. Shout out to our newest patron, and I love this name, Alex the Alley Cat. That sounds like a video game character from like 1994. I love it. We also want to shout out Brian Piotrowski, Brady Sherwood, Michael Patrick, Justin Nispel, Riley, Romualdo Marquez, the official NCR fact checker, Mr. Wally Phelps, Nick W., aka Nick the Horror Game Fan, who is in the chat with us this evening. Let's see, Eld the Zombie, Yup Fed, aka Knife, James, aka at Jimbo Jr. on our Discord, Raven, Danny House, Daniel Salmon, aka Bethany Fox, our amazing Discord community manager, Mr. B-Res Coffee himself, Mike Eveland, the fact checker to the fact checker, Tyler the Wordsmith Watson, Axeblade07, the official NCR beat writer, Armez Jackson, who worked overtime this past weekend.
Yes, he did.
Carlos Longoria, better known as I Am the Rampage. Staff Sergeant Sketch, Gus and Penny, Matthew Salmon, the American Salad, the Potato, the Spud Master himself, the Dream Chaser, violinist, pianist, overall enjoyer of music. This is a man of taste, ladies and gentlemen. Also known, he has a new addition to his repertoire, Venus, the golf instructor. That's the PG. That's the PG version, by the way. Joey Image. No Zoom. I am not playing music. And last but not least,
Mama Diamond.
Donna Diamond. Thank you all so much for your continued contributions to keeping the lights on for us here at the Nerd Cave Retro Podcast. For as little as $1 a month. That's 4 quarters. That's 10 dimes. I'm not going to, 100 pennies. Nickels, I don't know. I'm not that good at math. But yeah, for as little as $1 a month, you get your own RSS feed with an ad-free version of the show. So if you want to hear the show completely uninterrupted from start to finish, it just costs you $1 a month. And you get early access to our bonus episodes, which include the Nerd Cave Retro Quest Dungeons & Dragons campaign, commentary tracks for animated shows, full-length movies, and I believe we're going to be doing a commentary for the original Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Coming up here in the next week or so.
That's going to be fun. I'm not sure if we're still going to do a commentary or if we're just going to do a round table. Either way, it's going to be fun.
We'll do something on Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
And I have not watched the original Friday the 13th in at least like 10, 15 years. So, but yeah, we'll notify everyone when that will be dropping. And yeah, head over to patreon.com/nerdcaveretro if you want to join our community. And for new patrons, be sure to send us your social media info so we can give you a proper shout out.
And tonight, going to be talking about Condemned Criminal Origins is a 2005 first-person action and survival horror game for the Xbox 360 and Windows, developed by Monolith Productions and published by Sega. It was an Xbox 360 launch title, was released in North America in November 2005, so we're a month away from it officially being a retro game. But we figure, we'll give them a month and go ahead and do it during the Halloween season.
Yeah.
But it was also released in Europe in December and in Australia in March of 2006. Then it was released worldwide on the Windows version in April of 2006. Game tells the story of Ethan Thomas, an agent with the FBI serial crime unit in the fictional city of Metro, where there has been a surge in both serial killings and assaults perpetuated by vagrants. And Thomas is convinced the two are connected as he hunts a killer dubbed the Matchmaker. He is then framed for murder and pursued by his former bureau colleagues, he finds his whole life upended as he stumbles onto something that goes far beyond any one individual killer. Now, let me tell you, I had so much fun playing this game this week. I played it originally on the Xbox 360 back in the day, and notoriously, this was the game that scared me so bad. A jump scare in the game that I actually threw my controller at the TV and then turned the Xbox 360 off and then turned on all the lights in the house and went and watched cartoons in the living room because it messed me up so bad.
Yeah, that's cartoons are a good remedy for that. Just yeah, sleep with all the lights on, even turn on like the outdoor lights, make your driveway look like an airplane runway.
Yeah.
Just don't take any chances.
But this one was suggested by popular demand. Nick and Tyler and everybody was saying to do this game over on the Patreon for whenever I do those little, hey, help me pick what to review. And this has always been at the top of everybody's list. So I'm going to get this one out of the way tonight and tell you that I literally just finished it last night. I was up way too late trying to finish this game last night because the freaking last 20 minutes of this game took me about 3 hours to finish because I just kept dying. Like the last stretch of this game getting to the final boss is insanely hard. Like they don't, they, it was like to the point where I wanted to throw the controller at the TV, not from being scared, just from frustration, from dying so many times.
Yeah, and I never played this game, but I do remember it very well. A lot of people were talking about it at the time that it came out. As we mentioned, it's an Xbox 360 launch title. Just because at the time I wasn't like into horror stuff.
Yeah.
Like this game would have scared the crap out of me if I had tried to play it. So I just kind of left it alone. But in watching some gameplay of it and reading about it, it seems like one of the more interesting games that I've heard about in a long time or have learned more about. Um, the gameplay and really just kind of the look of it, it kind of feels like you're in a horror movie,
It
which I
does.
think really is cool.
Well, the good thing about this game is how well it holds up because of how good it looks. Like the environment itself that you're in the game is so almost has like a weird backrooms kind of liminal space quality to the game because you're in this huge, just dirty city, but everything's run down and like there's nothing around but like vagrants and stuff like running like down, you'll see like somebody running down a hallway and you're just like I'm gonna have to fight somebody down there, like that type of thing. And this game looks fantastic except for the actual like human characters because we had perfected environments way before we perfected like skin texture and like clothing texture. So the game itself and things that are like metal or the weapons you carry like the wood or even when you have like crowbars and things like that, they look real, almost real. But then you'll get to a cutscene where it shows your character talking to somebody else and it's just so jarring about with just the difference in quality from like the environment to the actual models of the human being models, and you're just like, oh, like yeah, that's very 2005, like before we knew what we were doing.
We talk about like the N64 and the original PlayStation, and you can even throw the Xbox in that category too, of how we were in that transition to full 3D games. But yeah, even some of those early 360 games, you could tell progress was made, but some of them still look kind of rough.
Yeah,
But I would say with this, and I agree with you on the how the humans or the characters look. But honestly, like the tone of the game and the story of it is so compelling,
Hmm.
I kind of look past that, to
That's
be perfectly
exactly what I
honest.
was about to say. It doesn't take away your enjoyment from the game because you kind of get used to it after a little while. And then once you kind of get past how ugly the human characters are, it really doesn't matter at that point because you're invested in the story at that point. Like the story is what, and this game did such a good job of just driving you forward, going through, each, the game is set up in chapters. There's like 10 chapters to the game, I think. And each chapter takes about an hour to do, but you're going through, and the game mechanics of the game are you're framed for you're an FBI agent and you're like the best at hunting serial killers or whatever. You get framed for killing two police officers, so you're kind of a rogue agent trying to clear your name now, but you still have access to this lady named Rose, who is your contact at FBI the lab at FBI headquarters. So you've got all these cool gadgets that you can take, like digital pictures of stuff. You can do like UV light, like trying to find like evidence and stuff like that, and these weird little things that collect like DNA evidence. So that's like a huge conceit of the game, is collecting all this evidence and propelling this narrative forward. And it's one of those games that like you stay up way too late playing it because you're just like, oh, I just want to get a little further.
I miss those days.
Yeah, it was such a great game. But I do want to tell everybody before I move on that I found the weirdest glitch in this game, and I want to tell everybody, please go play this game. It's 100% worth playing. It still holds up, but there is a weird glitch in this game. There's a part of the game where you're meeting up with your contact Rose at the city library, and you go to meet her, and you're walking through the library, and you fall through the floors into the basement because the whole like basement area of the library has been burned, and so you fall through the floor into the basement, and she rushes down there, and there's like, it's almost like you're in a jail cell almost. There's like these bars up, and she says, here, take, he breaks his flashlight, so she says, here, take my flashlight and find your way around and meet me around, because I'm not walking around it down here without a flashlight, so just meet me around here, so find your way around. Like, okay. So, and this place is like a maze. It's like I spent 30 minutes trying to like navigate this underground lair of this public library with these weird things chasing me and pushing books off of shelves and scaring the crap out of me. And I end up eventually back where I started, where I fell through the floor. I'm like, well, crap, I'm right back where I started. And I looked up through the hole where I fell through, and it said, press A to jump down. I'm like, okay. So I pressed A to jump down. I literally fell through the floor into just pitch black darkness. And then it just says, you are dead. Restart at checkpoint. I'm like, okay. So I hit A to restart at checkpoint, and it does the loading screen or whatever. Comes back up, black screen. You are dead. Restart at checkpoint. I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
Did it one more time, brought me back to that point where it's black screen, you are dead, restart at checkpoint. So I'm like, crap, maybe I can restart an earlier checkpoint, because they're pretty generous with the checkpoints in this game. But it doesn't save checkpoints. It only has the last checkpoint you checkpointed. So you can't load a previous checkpoint like you could in games like Resident Evil, or where you could have a ton of different checkpoints. So I literally had to just restart that chapter over again, which was about an hour of work, because a lot of that chapter is cutscene and dialogue. And the one thing I will complain about this game is, if you have to do something like that, it will not let you skip dialogue or a cutscene. You just have to sit through it again. I'm just like, I just went through all this. I don't want to, and it won't let you skip. You have to sit through it.
That sucks.
So that was like an hour of progress that just got wiped because of a weird glitch in the game.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I've heard of glitches, but nothing quite like that.
Yeah, I've never experienced like a complete game breaking glitch like that where it's just like I can't restart. I have to restart the whole level again, the whole chapter.
Was it at least an interesting chapter?
I mean, it was all right, but like I said, it was a lot of dialogue in that chapter. So it's just like, eh. I mean, I know where I needed to go and what I had to do to get back to where I was, but it was just having to sit through all the dialogue and stuff again. I'm just like, come on, come on, come on.
I can't stand when stuff like that happens, and especially because you couldn't skip the cutscenes.
Yeah.
That makes things even worse.
But I did get to the part, and posted about this in our Discord, the part that scared me so bad back in the day. I was just like, man, I hope I recognize the part when I get to it. And I did. As soon as I came through this door and was going down this staircase, I saw those lockers. I was like, I think this is the part. And I had a gas pipe in my hand. So I walked up to the locker and went to open it, and it started to shake, and I immediately pressed the right trigger button. So as soon as she jumped out, I just bashed her in the forehead with a gas pipe. I was like, not today, lady. Not today.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. No, just kidding. You're not going to fool me twice.
So I got my revenge on the lady that scared me so bad back in the day.
You just played the long game.
Yeah.
With getting payback.
This game, I put this in my notes. This game should be called Anxiety the Game. Because dude, let me tell you, when you're playing this game, like I said, there's a lot of moments where it's such a dark game and claustrophobic because you're just in these tight spaces and you're in dark areas and you're underground a lot and you're in these like real crappy, gross places. And all you have is like a flickering flashlight to get everywhere. And you'll just turn a corner and there's just like this weird thing, like these almost like Resident Evil looking zombie dudes that are like crawling around on all fours, and they run up and try to hit you with a board with a spike in it or something. And you're just like, scares the bejesus out of you. And then there's those creepy parts where I was walking around in the department store. It's like an old rundown department store, and there's like all these Christmas decorations everywhere. And I'm looking around, I'm walking, I'm doing stuff, I'm like trying to find clues and everything. And then you get to a part where you turn around and all the mannequins are like lined up behind you. As soon as you turn around, you're like, ah! I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it.
It kind of reminds me of, do you remember from Doctor Who, the angel statues?
Yes,
that would
that's
creep closer to you?
exactly what it was like.
Those things scared the heck out of me.
Me too.
When I watched those episodes.
Oh, especially the one where the Statue of Liberty was one. Did you ever see
Oh,
that one?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
That's one of my favorite episodes.
That was insane.
But yeah, is there anything more menacing than a mannequin that's apparently chasing you in the dark?
I mean, I can't think of anything. I don't know why, but it makes me think of that movie House of Wax.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know why. It just does. A question I had about this game. You mentioned, you got to the part that scared you many moons ago, and that you had this gas pipe. Do you have to just kind of like find stuff to use as weapons as you go along?
It's one of those kind of games where it's found weapons. Like you just kind of you run up and you'll take a gas pipe off the wall, or a small pipe, or piece of wood with some screws sticking out of it. But you do come across shotguns, handguns, and machine guns occasionally, which you do need them when you come across them. But the thing is they suck because you'll come across like a shotgun and you're like, oh yeah, got me a shotgun, but it's only got like 2 bullets or the shells in it. So, and then once you're done, if you are not, you have to be super careful with your aim to kill what is, the other guy that's shooting you from across the room. And then when you run out of bullets, it basically you just have to use it as a club. But when it comes to guns, they don't last very long. They have like weapon damage when you're using them as melee weapons. They have weapon damage and can get destroyed, a la Breath of the Wild. They only last a couple of hits. When stuff like, if you have like a pipe or a piece of wood or whatever, that stuff will last forever. Like you can just beat the crap out of everybody with that stuff. But guns just kind of suck in this game. I hate it when I can't. I would hate it when I came across a gun because I'm like, damn it, I'm gonna have to get rid of this weapon I have, use this gun on somebody that apparently is gonna need it in this vicinity, and then I'm gonna have to run all the way back and get my original weapons. Like, just don't even give me the gun. I'd rather just bum rush guy. If there's a guy with a gun around the corner, I'd rather just have an axe and just bum rush him and take a couple of hits of damage from bullets.
So you can only carry one weapon at a time?
Yeah, you can't carry multiple weapons.
Oh, that sucks.
And then there's times in this game, towards the end of the game, where you're collecting evidence and you have to hit the X button to collect. When you're near evidence, a little prompt will come up and you like pull up, your little UV light or whatever, and you're like looking at stuff, but then somebody will come up and start beating the crap out of you, and I'm like, you got to switch weapons, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna kill you, because you can't hit him while you have your investigative stuff. You got to switch weapons, but they're sitting there beating your ass while you're trying to do that, and it's like, oh, come on.
You're like, wait, time out. Time out.
But yeah,
this game sounds really fun.
It is fun. I mean, I had a lot of fun playing this game, and I even wrote on here that this game really, really just needs a remaster. It doesn't even need to be remade. It just needs to be ported. Just port this original game. Just put it in the Unreal 5 engine or whatever we have now. Give it a new coat of paint, and just kind of upgrade the combat a little bit. Make it a little easier to block, because most of what you have to do in this game is because somebody's going to run up to you and immediately hit you with something, so you try to block so you can stun them, and then you can hit them with your melee weapon, and it does a lot of damage when you kind of stun them like that. But if you don't, they're just going to hit you and take off, health from you. But the game is pretty good about giving you health packets or whatever that you come across in the little medicine cabinets that are just basically all over the place. So the game's pretty good about that. Well, I will give it that.
I kind of want a Condemned Criminal Origins movie.
It would make a good movie, actually.
Well, because in you describing the plot, it also kind of reminds me of that Harrison Ford movie, The Fugitive.
Yeah, kind of.
Came out,
yeah.
I think, in like the early '90s, maybe.
Yep.
Where he was framed for killing his wife.
Yeah. I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
It was the one-armed man. But yeah, it has
it's basically
all the
the
plots.
same story, but it's got a lot more weird, I don't know, like supernatural elements to it. So imagine The Fugitive with like supernatural stuff too.
Well, and the fact that the main character is an FBI agent and still has a contact in headquarters. You can even throw in a little espionage style stuff in there too. It could be a nice blend of genres. Excuse me. And plus, I mean, with the success of the video game movies over the past few years, now I think would be a good time. And plus, like, we need a new like horror thriller type of movie.
Yeah, and this would be the perfect kind of movie, the perfect kind of game to transition to a movie, because it is such a atmospheric. Like whoever would make this movie would have to capture that atmosphere of just a dingy, dirty, broken city full of just awful people, and the poor FBI agents that are just trying their best to catch these serial killers.
Yeah, I think it would work personally, but this looks like a great game, from what I've watched of it and what you've been explaining. So I'd be down to play it sometime.
And there was, and I love this game as much now as I did back then. I was really skeptical, thinking, do I really want to play this? And if it's bad, is it going to ruin my memory of this game? Because I did hold this game in such high regard from playing it back, when it came out. It still holds up. I still love it. And, and for a game that's 20 years old, it's still $20 on the Microsoft store. And I don't know how much it is on Steam, but, a 20-year-old game for $20 is like, it's still holding some value. So it's worth it, I think, if you like survival horror type of games. And Nick did say there is a sequel to this game, which I did play back in the day, but I don't remember anything about the sequel at all. But he said,
yeah, I didn't even know there was a sequel.
Yeah, he says Condemned 2 is stuck on the PS3 and the 360, so I don't think they have any way of playing that now.
Condemned is $14.95 on Steam.
Oh, that's not bad at all. Yeah, I would, if you have Steam, that I would go ahead and do that. And if you have the Xbox Series X, you got $20 to drop on it, might as well. Because I've had this thing on my wish list for at least 4 to 5 months now, and it's never gone on sale. So I'm like, I don't think it's ever going on sale.
Sounds like a Nintendo game.
Yeah. But I do think this game needs a remaster. That's all I have to say about it. I would play this again if it was remastered right now. I would throw $40-$50 towards Microsoft to just do a remaster of it. Like I said, you don't even have to remake it. Just remaster it. Throw it into Unreal 5, get a new coat of paint on it, and upgrade the combat a little bit to just make it a little more easier to handle. And other than that, it's damn near still a perfect game.
So what would you give it as far as a number score goes?
I got to give it a solid 9. I had so much fun playing this game, and it would get a solid 10 if I didn't feel so weird about the human characters looking so bad. I'm going to ding them a point for that. But it's not their fault. It was 2005, but like I said, at the same time, it's so jarring to go from how good the environment looks, and then you go to a cutscene, and it's like, ugh. Ugh.
Well, and Nick brings up a good point in the chat. They didn't look rough then; they look rough now. I think it's because back then that's what we were used to.
Yeah,
like we kind of knew subconsciously that the technology wasn't quite there yet, and we didn't know any better.
Oh, and he says the problem is Monolith no longer exists. So, I wonder who has the actual full rights to the game. Is it Microsoft or Sega? Might be Sega. I don't know. They published it.
I don't know.
If anybody knows that little tidbit of information, let us know. Maybe we could do a campaign online and be like, please remaster Condemned Criminal Origins.
And make the movie.
Yeah, I'm for it. Or a limited series on Netflix. I would watch that too.
Ooh, like an 8-episode series?
I would watch that.
That'd be pretty cool.
But yeah, this is the perfect Halloween game, everybody. If you're into survival horror, feeling creeped out, playing a game in the dark that you're like, maybe I need to put a light on, this is the perfect game for the Halloween season. Go get it.
Love it.
But that's going to do it for this week, Derek. And we already talked about it. Next week, you're doing Grab by the Ghoulies.
Grab by the Ghoulies for the Xbox 360. Thank you to Nick, the horror game fan, for the recommendation. He put that in our Discord the other day. And it was almost like a light bulb went off in my head. I was like, that's a rare game that I've never played before. So I'm excited. And we'll talk about it on next week's show.
And Chuck says Jace Hall owns the rights. I don't know who that is. Maybe we need to write them and be like, hey, please put this. He's the co-creator.
Co-creator.
So I thought that was a company. I didn't know that was a man. So his name's Jace Hall. So we're going to have to look him up online, everybody, and be like, hey.
At Jace Hall.
At Jace Hall. Give us Condemned, please.
As the kids would say these days.
But that's going to bring us to the end of the episode. Derek, before we leave, what's going on in your neck of the woods?
So we have one shooting day left for Wired for Sound, the movie that I've been talking about over the past several months. The GoFundMe is still open. We actually got a nice, generous donation a few days ago,
Ooh.
and yeah, it's there's different tiers, as most like crowdfunding campaigns have. You can go to Facebook, facebook.com/Wired for Sound movie. Pretty much every post has the link to the GoFundMe page. We're doing like behind the scenes photos now that I've been posting every day. Once the movie is finished shooting, then I'll do like crew bios and graphics and things like that. And then, as I like to say, the real work starts with the post production. So
Yeah.
facebook.com/Wired for Sound movie.
And for the Open Micers podcast, go listen to our last episode where we talked about our new fall flavor that we want to get started at B-Res Coffee Company, Ass and Pumpkins. So go check that out. Open Micers podcast everywhere at Open
Yeah.
Micers podcast. So go check it out.
It's funny how you got like I'll see the episode titles and I'm like, how in the world do they get to this point? And it's usually when there's like 5 minutes left of the episode.
Yeah.
Something will happen and you're like, oh, that's what we're calling it. And I'm like, they got me again.
That's how we do it. But this week
Yeah.
we're gonna bring back a game show that I did last Halloween, and we're bringing it back for this year. It's called Trick or Trump, where we take a crazy quote from John. I asked ChatGPT to give me some crazy quotes from Donald Trump, and then to make up some crazy quotes, then the style of Donald Trump, and then Jacob has to guess which one is real and which one is fake.
Love it.
I love it. So fun. Go check it out. The Open Micers podcast, wherever podcasts are given away for free. So, Derek, is that everything?
I think so.
Well, let's walk out the door. If you want to email us at nerdcaveretro@gmail.com. Also, leave us a voice message at voicecast.app/NCR. You don't have to sign up for anything. You just go there, you click the little record button, and record your message, and we will play it on the show. And anything you want at voicecast.app/NCR. Go to nerdcaveretro.com. That's our link tree. That takes you everywhere you need to go. All the socials, all the ways to give us money, and of course our merch shop, which is ncrmerch.com. We got t-shirts, hats, magnets, bags, mugs, and we've been selling a ton of Master Blaster Runs Bartertown t-shirts. So go grab you one over there at ncrmerch.com. If you can't do that, times are tough. I get it. Go leave us a review and or a 5-star rating on all podcasting platforms. Derek, please tell them what it's all about.
May the way of the hero lead to the Triforce.
Yes.
Master Blaster runs Bartertown.
And that's the episode, everybody. Woo! Thank you guys for hanging out in the chat room. Love seeing you guys there every single week hanging out with us. We love it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put up our little outro thing here. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Go follow us everywhere and go join the Discord, everybody. And we'll see you guys right here, same bat time.